Our story today is from the East European country of Czechoslovakia. It is called The 12 Months. Have any of you heard the story of the 12 spirits of the 12 months of the year who gather together in the dead of each winter to plan the seasons for the coming year? Well, I know one little girl who has. Her name was Marushka, and she lived deep in the countryside with her stepmother and stepsister. Even though this was not Marushka's real family, she was grateful for a place to live, and she did everything she could to help out around the house. But I'm afraid her kindness was not appreciated.
Ah, Marushka, isn't breakfast ready yet?
Oh, good morning, Mother. I hope you slept well. I'll have breakfast ready for you in a minute. Why don't you be seated?
Marushka's stepmother was very lazy, and her sister very selfish. They made Marushka do all of the housework without so much as lifting a finger to help. But Marushka never complained. She went about her chores cheerfully. Today is her sister's birthday, and a big party is planned. You know who has to make all the preparations while her stepmother and sister spend the day trying to make themselves pretty for the party. Her sister invited all of the children from the village, and they brought many wonderful presents. But after they had all been presented, they all gathered around and began to talk to Marushka. The selfish sister was very jealous, and she complained to her mother. She could not stand to see Marushka getting so much attention.
Don't worry, dear. I think I have a way to get rid of Marushka for good. Marushka? Come over here right this minute, Marushka. Did you forget what day this is, or are you just being selfish?
Why, no. I haven't forgotten that it is my sister's birthday today.
Did you hear that, Mother? Even though she knew it was my birthday, that stingy girl still hasn't given me a present.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sister.
Marushka, I think it'd be nice if you gave your sister a bouquet of violets from the forest.
Did you say violets?
Yes, I must have some violets. Make her go, Mother, right now.
But everyone knows you can't pick violets in the middle of winter, dear Mother.
I might have expected excuses from an ungrateful sister like you. Well, I'll have no more of your obstinance. You're not getting back into this house until you found a bouquet for your sister.
And so it was that the wicked stepmother sent Marushka out into the cold and loneliness of that midwinter day. Oh, what a mean trick to send a young girl like Marushka out on a day like this to find something that's not even there. Finally, Marushka could go no further. It was useless. All she could do was lie there in the snow crying and thinking of home. But wait, what is that sound? Maybe Marushka is not alone. It sounds like someone is having a party over amongst those trees. Sure enough, there was a huge bonfire. Oh, it looked so warm and inviting to the nearly frozen little girl. And so Marushka gathered up all of her remaining strength and set off to find out who could be having a party. Can you imagine her surprise when she discovered that it wasn't a party at all, but a meeting of the 12 spirits of the year from January to December?
Oh, please, I'm so sorry to bother you. But do you think I might sit by your fire a while, just till I warm up a little?
Why, of course, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
Why don't you sit down, my dear, and tell us why a young thing like yourself is out on such a wintry day?
And so Marushka told them of her search for violets for her sister. After listening to her story, the wise old spirit of December asked the youthful spirit of March to stand.
March, step forward. I think you may be able to help this girl. Hurry up and pick them. You'd best be home by dark.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Mother, sister, I'm back. Look, I've brought you your presents.
You didn't steal those, did you? You know you could get us all in trouble if you did steal them.
Why, no, I'd never do that. When I couldn't find any violets, the spirit of March turned the forest into springtime for me.
Huh? Why doesn't anything like that ever happen to me?
Don't worry. I thought of a way to take care of Marushka once and for all. Listen.
I wonder what that wicked stepmother is plotting. Oh, who would believe what that terrible stepmother has ordered Marushka to do now? Not satisfied with the violets, she has now asked Marushka to bring back a basket of fresh strawberries for everyone to enjoy at the party.
Marushka, what brings you back here on such a cold winter's day?
And so Marushka told how she had been sent out to gather fresh strawberries.
Surely you must know that it is not yet the season for strawberries. Does your stepmother think you will find them beneath the snow?
Of course Marushka knew, but she also knew that without the strawberries, she would never return to her home.
I see, but perhaps the spirit of June will help. Marushka, take all you need for the party.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
What? Their surprise quickly turned to glee, because it seems that fresh strawberries were their very favorite food. But do you think they offered to share them with anyone else at the party? No, of course not. I'm afraid that even strawberries were not enough to warm their cold and greedy hearts.
Marushka, next I'd like an apple. Bring us a whole basket of apples.
Marushka tried to tell them that it was impossible to find fresh apples in mid-December, and she pleaded with them not to send her back out into the cold. But her pleas were fruitless, and once again she had no choice but to seek out her friends, the spirits of the 12 months. Perhaps they would be willing to help her one more time to honor the unreasonable wishes of her wicked step-family.
Marushka, once more you have come to visit us with tears in your eyes. Tell us what evil request your stepmother has made to you now.
Marushka told them of her search for fresh apples.
And I suppose that once more, if you return empty-handed, they will leave you out in the cold. Well, we can't let that happen. Come, September, it is your turn to help.
Once again, the miracle of the seasons unfolded before Marushka's eyes, and the forest was filled with ripe, delicious fresh apples.
Come, Marushka. Take all that you can carry, and maybe your kindness may yet win the hearts of your ungrateful family.
Oh, thank you, September. Thank you all. I will never forget you. Goodbye.
And so it was that Marushka bid farewell to her friends, the seasons, and returned home once more, hoping to please her adopted family.
Marushka, where did you steal those apples?
Why, the forest was full of them.
Then why didn't you bring more home with you?
I left them for my friends.
You left them for your friends? Well, what about your own family? Don't you ever think of us?
She doesn't have any friends around here. I'll bet she's hidden them from us.
Oh, no, Mother. I would never do a thing like that. You must believe me.
No. I know she's hidden them from us. Mother, I know I can find them. I'll be right back.
Stop. Wait for me. I'll bring a bag, too.
That greedy sister grabbed the biggest bag she could find and went running off through the snow before anyone could stop her. She ran and she ran, but nowhere could she find the magic apple tree. By this time, the greedy sister had gone too far, and she could not remember the way back to her warm country home. She was destined from that day forth to spend the rest of her life searching the Czechoslovakian snow forest for the magical apple trees of September. The same fate lay in store for the wicked stepmother. She, too, let greed run away with her, and to this day she still searches an unfriendly forest for the path back to their home, beneath the trees. Of course, Marushka was greatly saddened to be left all alone once again. But the cold of winter soon gave way to the warmth of spring, and the land around her cabin soon burst forth in a rhapsody of wild flowers and butterflies. And Marushka was soon adopted, this time by a kind and generous family, with a son who looked magically like the spirit of March. They quickly became the best of friends and lived happily ever after.